In our top story, a call to end global trust deficit, adoption of the New Delhi Declaration, the launch of a rail and shipping connectivity network linking the United States, India, Saudi Arabia and the Gulf, as well as various other Arab states, and the launch of a global biofuel alliance. These were some of the big takeaways from the G20 meet that was held over 2 days over the weekend in Delhi. Take a look.
India's G20 presidency exceeded the expectations of the world in more ways than one. India's G20 presidency has been marked by deftness and diplomacy. This with the country writing its success in a new syntax. Here are some of the major takeaways from the summit. From the 13th century Konark Temple of Odisha to the ancient Nalanda University in Bihar, the G20 summit venue put a spotlight on the rich architectural heritage of India, with the world praising India's rich culture. The 55-nation African Union joined the G20 after all member countries accepted Prime Minister Narendra Modi's proposal to bring the key bloc of the Global South to the elite group of world's top economies.
आप सबकी सहमति से आगे की कार्रवाई शुरू करने से पहले मैं अफ्रीकन यूनियन के अध्यक्ष को G20 के स्थायी सदस्य के रूप में अपना स्थान ग्रहण करने के लिए आमंत्रित करता हूं.
Prime Minister Modi announced the adoption of G20 New Delhi Leaders' Declaration, a significant victory for India's presidency of the bloc that came amid increasing tensions and divergent views over the Ukraine conflict.
हमारी टीम्स के हार्डवर्क से G20 लीडर्स समिट डिक्लेरेशन पर सहमति बनी है. मेरा प्रस्ताव है कि इस लीडर्स डिक्लेरेशन को भी एडॉप्ट किया जाए. मैं इस डिक्लेरेशन को एडॉप्ट करने की घोषणा करता हूं.
Prime Minister Modi announced the launch of the India Middle East Europe Mega Economic Corridor. The project includes India, the UAE, Saudi Arabia, the European Union, France, Italy, Germany and the US.
भारत कनेक्टिविटी को क्षेत्रीय सीमाओं में नहीं मापता. सभी क्षेत्रों के साथ कनेक्टिविटी बढ़ाना भारत की मुख्य प्राथमिकता है. हमारा मानना है कि कनेक्टिविटी विभिन्न देशों के बीच आपसी व्यापार ही नहीं, आपसी विश्वास भी बढ़ाने का स्रोत है. कनेक्टिविटी इनिशिएटिव्स को प्रमोट करते हुए कुछ मूलभूत सिद्धांतों का सुनिश्चित किया जाना महत्वपूर्ण है.
India also announced the launch of the Global Biofuel Alliance and urged G20 nations to join the initiative with the plea to take ethanol blending with petrol globally to 20%. The G20 declaration has welcomed the G20 framework for system of digital public infrastructure, recognizing the role of DPI in the delivery of services at a societal scale, and underlined the commitment to work together to promote cooperation on international governance for artificial intelligence.
This pavilion that has been made by the Reserve Bank of India, where that the stress is entirely on digital payments in India, and that is the very message that the country is putting out. We've seen such a rise in digital payments, especially in the last term of the Modi government, and how that has been given a lot of importance, not just post demonetization but also during the COVID period.
प्रेसिडेंसी का gavel सौंपता हूं।
Marking the ceremonial transfer of the G20 presidency, Prime Minister Narendra Modi today handed over the gavel to Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, who praised India for giving voice to topics of interests of emerging economies. India has steered a global narrative. Bureau Report, Republic TV.